All right, welcome everybody. We're back here at 95 India Street in Portland, Maine. Today we're talking to Angela Gadbois. She just crushed her fitness competition, bikini competition. We're going to talk about that in a minute, but I just wanted to thank Mitchell Powers for having us here at the content room again. Paying the rent. This room is available if you want to rent it for doing your own podcast or coming in and even shooting some video. If you got a business, if you're a real estate agent or somebody needs to see you on video, come on in, check it out, the content room. Our other sponsor is my contracting and remodeling company, Turner Builders. We're doing everything that's attached to a house. We're looking for bathrooms, kitchens, basements, decks this year, smaller projects, things we can kind of get our arms around. So if you know someone that's looking for that to get done, we've got space for you this summer. So give us a call. You can find us online, turnerbuildersllc.com, and you can check me out on Instagram, Facebook. If you haven't seen me yet, you're not on social media. So anyway, we're here with Angela Gadbois. I want to introduce you and thank you for coming. It's pretty cool. Like I've seen you over the Foley's working out, and I'm like, I could see you getting more shape, better shape, and working with Skip. And yeah, it was just kind of fun to watch. So tell us a little bit about yourself and kind of how you get into it, and then we'll kind of go from there. Thanks for coming.
Well, thanks for having me. This has been quite a journey, quite a kind of a shock and a surprise. But my background has always been working on my body. I've been a dancer, a gymnast, a runner, and a lover of the gym for forever. So I've been working with Skip for a little over 2 years now, and also Pam, the other trainer at Foley's. And gosh, I just I took the plunge. I just totally committed in these last 3 months with Skip's nice nudging.
It wasn't easy, was it? I remember, I don't know if it was a social media post or talking to him over there, or Skip's been on the podcast, so
Yeah.
maybe he was talking about that. I can't remember where, but it wasn't easy, was it, for you to kind of decide?
I never thought I'd be doing a bodybuilding bikini competition ever. That has never even crossed my mind until Skip came up to me one day, was like, "Do you compete?" And I think that's always his nice way of like nudging you. And I said, "Compete? Compete in what? What do you mean?" Had no knowledge of it at whatsoever. And he said, "Well, you have the body type. You have, a great physique already. It's just taking that extra step into the process of nutrition and consistency of training different muscle groups throughout the week." And he got me all excited about it. Starting to train with him is a joy and inspiring and motivating. And
Skip's something else, right?
Yeah, I just couldn't say no.
Yeah, he's forgotten more about health, fitness, and bodybuilding than most people have ever learned, right?
Yeah.
So he's a wealth of knowledge. So it's good you had him on your team.
Absolutely.
What was the biggest shift? I mean, you kind of self-prescribed like gym rat, right? Like you're there, you're already working out, you've got a kind of a athletic background, gymnast, dancer, all that stuff. What did you have to change? I mean, we know the nutrition. I see a lot of you guys at the gym that, and I've talked to some of my friends that, just, I didn't eat a lot today, and
Right.
I know that that's part of it. And there's a time there where it's probably not real healthy, but like what changed for you, to go from say A to B, from the gym, going to the gym to all of a sudden being on a stage?
I would say I needed a goal.
Yeah.
I didn't want to just go to the gym every day. I'm a type of person that likes to strive for something a little bit more and more motivating than just that everyday thing. That I love that. I love the discipline of it and the consistency of it, but I also wanted to give myself a challenge.
Right.
And that was the game changer. I just wanted to push. I was like, how hard can I push myself? How far can I go? What's the next step for me? And I was also missing that the performance.
Right.
Being a dancer background and a gymnast, and now I'm a mom.
Right. Two daughters, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Take care of my kids at home for the past 6 years, and I was missing something.
Yeah.
There was something missing. And
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Saco.
Saco, okay.
Yep.
You've been a Mainer all your life.
Thornton Academy
Yep.
graduate. I went to George Mason University in Fairfax, Virginia for college.
Yeah.
I studied dance performance there.
So you've been on a stage.
I've been on a stage.
Although she told me she was going to be nervous about coming on here today.
I'm more nervous for this, having a conversation, than standing on a stage by myself.
I said, don't worry, we can cut it out.
So everybody has their talents. Everybody has
Yeah.
what they're great at. And I felt it was missing. And it kind of got, this is like, it's all of my talents all pulled into one.
Yeah.
Which is really neat. The physique of my gymnastics,
Right.
tone and build, the performance level of
Right.
the dance, the stamina of running long distance. I've run marathons before.
Yep.
So it's like, it's all like, wow, I found something
Yeah.
that fits. It just fits. And when the glove fits, it's like,
Yeah.
just go with it.
But also, I mean, let's face it, you're up there on a stage, you're not wearing a lot, you know what I
No.
mean? And so probably pretty vulnerable, right?
Yeah,
Like, how'd you
absolutely.
get, like, that's different than just being gymnastics or dance or whatever.
Right.
You're up there, everybody's just going, you know,
Right.
you know, and it's like, it's all about how you look, right?
It's a lot, yeah. It's a lot of pressure, but you think of it like a sport. You think of it as like you're an athlete, and
Right.
this is your uniform.
Right.
This is what is required to see the physique and see the muscle that you've grown and put really hard work into. Why cover it up when
Right.
this is what you've worked hard
It's
for?
amazing too. Like if you think, when you look back, you know, you're mid-30s probably, I guess. I don't know how old you are, but what's that going to be like in 30 years and you 60 years, 40 years, and you pull those photos out,
Right.
you know, and show
I'm
the
35.
grandkids. Yep.
I'll be 36 this month.
Yep.
And I'm so proud of that. I've had 2 kids.
Yeah.
And man, like, why not get up there and show the hard work? And
Well, think about that with
know.
with your girls too, right? Look at what were they there?
they weren't there. They're just a little too young
Yeah, a
to
little
sit
too young.
through.
But
I
when they
think my
see-
3-year-old
yeah.
would be like running around, or she'd probably want to go up on stage
But
and
I
give me
mean,
a hug.
seriously though, like seeing those photos, and you probably look like a superhero.
Yeah,
them.
I've shown them videos. They came downstairs the next morning, and my 6 trophies were on the table, and they
Right.
go, "Mommy, you won! Mommy, you got trophies!" And I just gave them the trophies, and I mean, that's my motivation.
Right.
I mean, family, my kids. I mean, it makes me a better mother.
Yeah.
To do something for myself and to be strong. I mean, man, like what better thing to give your children when you've committed something, you set a goal, and you did it.
Totally empowering.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought about that stuff like with Bailey when I would do an Ironman, right? Like she'd
yeah.
she'd be there. She'd make a sign, "Go, Daddy,
Yeah.
go!" Right? I still have it, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, I think about those memories, and like she saw me not win. I didn't really win any, but I mean, saw me do well,
Right.
reach my goal. She saw me fail. She was there the time I had to drop out. You know.
The commitment.
yeah,
That is so,
you
it's
know.
such a teachable moment, such a lesson. I watched my parents run marathons and train all of my childhood. I was there, the
yeah.
kid with the sign.
Right. So the cycle
Win,
continues.
lose. I think one time my mother did struggle. She was getting cramps. And
Yeah.
had to be pulled out. But she's done Boston Marathon. She's done try
Yeah.
for the cure.
Yeah.
She's you don't forget that. It's ingrained into me
Yeah.
that you get up in the morning and you commit yourself to fitness. It's
So
just
many
part of
lessons
me.
in there too. Like,
Yeah.
you know, for me with high school sports, like you learn how to win, you learn how to lose, you learn how to be gracious in both. Right.
Right.
And,
Yeah,
and you're
absolutely.
teaching those lessons to your kids because they're watching, they're paying attention. I've
Yeah.
said this a million times on the podcast. The kids, somebody said to me the other day that it was a talk I heard out in San Diego. Things aren't taught, they're caught. And I think that
one.
with kids too,
very
that's
true.
especially true. They're watching, they see everything, they emulate what you're doing, good or bad, right?
Yep, that's very true.
So that's good. So tell me about the lead up to it. So you had about typically is it 20 weeks or 12 weeks or what?
I committed 12 weeks.
Yep.
It kind of worked out perfect that it was New Year's.
Okay.
And that was my last little hurrah. I had my big steak and potato dinner,
Yep.
my champagne, and the next day, January 1st, right on it. And I never
Never
broke.
wavered.
Never
Yeah.
wavered from it. Once I say I'm going to do something.
Yeah, you got,
do
I
it.
mean, the people that I see doing those bikini comps are some of the most committed and disciplined people that I've ever met. You know, their day is laid right out. Their diet is laid right out. They're totally committed to it because
Yeah.
every calorie, every ounce, all of it matters.
Yeah, it
You
all
know?
counts. And you have to be a person that likes to be regimented.
Yeah.
Like I could eat the same
Me too. It's
meal
fuel. Yeah.
every lunch for lunch, and it wouldn't bother me whatsoever. I like consistency and I like routine.
Right.
You have to like your routine. I thrive in routine.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, set my alarm the same time, have the same breakfast.
Right.
I thrive in it because there's no room for error. It's just there.
Yep.
You're always, okay, this is what I'm doing. There's
Yeah.
no question. Oh, I don't feel good. Okay, I'm a little tired. I'm already in it. I'm already doing it.
Right.
It's already happening.
Yeah.
So, and if things go wrong, things aren't working out with it, pick up where you left up. What's
Yeah.
on the schedule next? Well, just keep going. Just go to the next.
Did you have any times in that roughly 3-month span where you were just like, I do not want to do this today?
There wasn't, I don't want to, but there was about a week, and I was talking to some people about it, that I felt shaky. I felt like anxious.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to reach this goal.
Right.
So I had a week of kind of panic.
Yeah.
Of I was getting into the gym and like killing
Right.
myself, like
Yeah.
working out
Almost like panic training.
Yeah, panic training. Like,
Yep.
okay, oh my gosh, I gotta do this, do that. The pounds aren't coming off. I don't know if I can catch up in
Yeah.
time and do it in time.
Right.
And I just said, somebody I was talking to said, you can only do so much each
Right.
day. And
Yeah.
if you just stay down the path and trust the process. A lot of people, you hear that a lot in this,
Right.
in the bikini world, fitness world, trust the process. So it's not a hurry up and go. It's a slow and steady wins
Yeah.
the race.
Yep.
So I
follow the
slowed
plan.
right down and I said, you know what? You can only do so much each day. Do it. And it works.
Slow down to go faster, right?
Yep, that's right.
What was like in that 12-week lead up? What was probably your biggest sacrifice? Thing you had to do without?
Sugar.
Yeah.
I really cut the sugar.
Yeah.
I mean, it comes down. I mean, people are like, oh, you're not eating any carbs. Like,
No.
yeah, oh yeah, I'm eating carbs.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What kind of carbs though?
I'm eating, clean oatmeal
Right.
and rice
Yeah.
cakes and
Yeah.
you're just eating whole wheat toast with grains. You're eating a lot of grains and
Staying away from the processed stuff,
yeah,
right?
no processed stuff, just real healthy
Yeah.
carbohydrates.
My friend Stacy, who does First Form and all that, she's a nutrition coach, is always after me. She's like, you can have carbs, but make them good carbs. You know?
Eat them at the correct time of the day. You don't want to eat a whole bunch of carbs late at
Right.
night. I mean, eat them in the morning. Eat
Yeah.
them don't eat them past noon
Yeah.
if you can.
Yeah. So tell us about competition day. I mean, that was the first time for you. You're a novice.
I was
You
a
guys are looking at,
novice.
you were a
Really?
novice. Now she's got her pro card.
Yeah.
I mean, she went overnight like that. She went in and crushed this competition. So tell us about that a little bit, the day and kind of how it turned out. You came home with armload of hardware.
Yeah.
I mean, what happened?
So the day I was really fun, actually.
Yep.
Where I was missing that performance and being on stage, just all was coming to
Right.
life. So the whole buildup of getting my hair done and getting my makeup done and being backstage with other athletes that were inspiring as well. I mean, we've all worked so hard. All of these women
Right.
look amazing on stage. Everybody's commitment is just wonderful to see. And so you're back there with really amazing
Winners.
people.
Yeah.
Everyone's a winner.
Yeah.
Absolutely. At that point, you've reached your goal.
Right.
So it was really fun. I thought I was going to get a little shaky, and I was a little bit backstage, with standing there in my 5-inch heels and bikini.
But then the
just
performer
waiting.
came out, right? Because I saw
then-
you on stage. And I'm like, she's not a novice
Yeah.
of being on stage. But
Yeah.
your stage presence was tremendous.
And that's where I shine. I think that's my biggest strength is
Yeah.
that everybody can work out. Everybody can follow a regimen and a routine
Right.
of meal prep and everything, but you have to be able to sell it too,
Right.
and have fun.
Yeah.
If it's
Yeah.
not fun, then
Isn't it funny how like the things that you do in life lead, they kind of go on the pile, right? Like dancer, gymnast, right? All of a sudden, you didn't know when you were doing that, okay, I'm going to be pulling these arrows out of the quiver when I go do bikini comp someday.
Exactly. Never
I
would have thought.
DJ'd for 22 years, and so I do these videos and I do work stuff, and people go,
Yeah.
dude, why are you so comfortable like on a mic? And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know, it just comes easy to me. Well, the truth is, it really didn't come easily to me. I started doing it and did it for 22 years. So
Right.
that's the, I didn't
pretty
know
neat.
when I was
Yeah.
doing that, hey, someday I'm going to host a podcast or I'm going to have to do videos for my contracting company. But
Right.
it's funny. Like, again, you take that arrow out of the quiver and, it's just experience in life and relatable experience. And now you're building on that and you put that to work for you on competition day.
Absolutely.
So
yeah.
you entered it as a novice. And
Yep.
what does that mean? Like you go on stage just one time or a couple times?
So this is all pretty new to me as well.
Yeah.
So novice, it's different in different federations, but to be a novice, you've never won your category, whether it be 35 plus, whether it be first entry into a show or the all around open.
Yeah.
So this is a total novice to everything.
Well, that was easy to figure out. You'd
Yeah.
never even been in a competition.
Yeah, so it's like I guess I'm novice to everything.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah. So novice, and they separate you into A, B, and C. Had no idea what that meant. It's a nice way to say short, medium, and tall. So I'm obviously novice A, as I can barely touch.
I got a picture of her earlier. Feet don't touch the floor.
Barely touch the floor here. So, so you go out with people your height, and
sure.
then whoever
makes
wins
sense.
each of those against your height, then you go together and you see who wins that.
Yeah.
So it's just, it's
Pretty fun.
It's a lot of fun.
Yep. So, I mean, what was it like backstage? Because you hadn't been there before, right?
Right.
And there's the veterans, right?
Yep.
I'm sure people that do these all year long and maybe all over the country or whatever.
Yeah.
Did you get some funny looks?
And you could tell. You could tell who's done it, who hasn't. I got, some great encouragement and also some like, who is this person?
Right. Yeah.
Looks of where'd she come from?
Where'd she come
And
from? Yeah.
this is her first show, and so I definitely got some of that vibe.
Yeah.
But I just rolled with it.
Yep.
And did my thing. A lot of girls pumping up and eating specific foods, and I just ate what my body needed and what it told me to. I didn't change my entire diet that day. I pretty much ate exactly how I would have eaten on a normal day.
I may have seen like a big margarita or something at the end of the day.
That was not on the normal. That wasn't the normal evening drink.
Due and earned.
But
Yeah.
had to.
Yeah.
I told my husband
Yeah.
first thing
Oh,
we're
sure.
doing is going to
Yeah.
margaritas.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
want cheese, nachos, and a margarita.
And something tells me you were right back in the gym probably Monday morning.
I was.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
back
so,
on it.
so tell me about so you do the poses and everything. You go on and you go off. Everybody's on and off. Like, when did it start to occur to you that you might have been going to be doing pretty well here?
I think the first time I got off the stage from being on it, I got it.
I think we got this. Yeah.
I
could
feel
feel it.
comfortable enough to continue
Okay,
without
yeah.
shaking. There was a moment on a back pose that I started to shake.
Yeah.
I did, and
I'd be sweating.
I said,
I'd be up there just,
I'm shaking right now.
Yeah.
Stop.
yeah.
Stop.
Cut it
And
out.
I
We
just
got
told
this.
my body to stop.
Did you have to kind of go back to those dance days or the gymnast days and kind of say, I've been here before.
Right.
It's just a little bit different.
I mean, I've jumped up on a 4-inch bounce beam and done some backflips.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so I mean, I was like, okay, the nerves don't help.
Right.
They make it 10 times worse.
Yeah.
So you gotta just drop them.
Yeah.
And there's no point to them.
Right.
They're useless.
Nervous energy. Nothing good comes from that.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So throw that away and say you've done all the work. This is what I got.
Yeah.
And roll with it.
Yeah.
And hold your head high, chin high, and commit.
Yeah. Now, you probably didn't realize you needed to bring a big canvas tote with you. Bring all the hardware home, right?
We had to make a few trips. My husband's, because backstage, and also this was wonderful of Skip and his wife's knowledge of what I didn't know what I need to bring backstage. I brought a full-length mirror.
Yeah.
I brought a chair.
Right.
I mean, they just give you a room.
Right.
It's like, don't you want to look in the mirror before you go on stage? I mean, this is like
That's what it's all about.
You gotta look the right look, and you might want to sit down a few times
Right.
in the meantime while you're waiting for 3 hours.
How long is it? Is it a long?
It's a long
It's a
show.
long day.
It's a long day. It's a long show. The men went first, so I didn't go in until about noon.
Yeah.
But I didn't go on stage till like 3.
Wow.
So I mean, you're waiting around.
A lot of waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I can relate it to is the dance recitals that I sat through. You know,
it's exactly like that.
Dance competitions, actually. Well,
when
those
is
were.
my daughter coming
Oh
on
yeah.
stage?
I've got there's
Like,
so many
number
pictures of me
what?
sleeping on a bench out in a high school auditorium. You know, waiting for her to go on.
Yeah.
But super cool. I mean, so just to be clear, like you didn't just win the novice, you won the whole event.
Yeah. So
Overall.
I novice. I won the 35 plus category, which I'm really proud of.
Yeah.
And then I won the overall, the whole bikini.
Everybody. Pretty cool. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
What's next?
You know, I think when you find something that really speaks to you and that you feel really passionate about,
Yeah.
don't stop doing
Right.
it. I mean, why would I?
Right.
Why would I stop? So it's lit a fire inside me. I want to continue to do competitions. I'm doing another one in not this weekend, but next weekend.
Uh-oh. Everybody, better watch out. Here she comes.
I'll be doing that one in Biddeford.
It's in Biddeford, right?
Yeah. They're so close together, so local. Why not
might
go
as
for
well.
it?
Yeah.
And then I need to take some time to be
Yeah.
off prep because it's not
It's
sustainable.
not healthy.
Not sustainable. No, you can't.
Yeah.
Can't do
Yeah.
this for.
It doesn't go well. I tried to qualify for the Boston Marathon in 2017.
Yep.
Just missed because we went the race. Volunteer sent us the wrong way, right? So I said, well, I've got great fitness right now. So I had the great idea to go do another one 3 weeks later. 3 weeks later. So I didn't do a lot. Just kind of tried to keep the engine revving a little
Right.
bit. And I went up there as an Orono, and it came through as 2 loops. I came through the first loop, 13.1 miles, hit my time. I was a little ahead of, I'm like, got it.
Yep.
14 and a half miles, the wheels came flying off the buggy. And I'm like, and that was the worst, like, second half of a marathon I ever had. And the guy's like, dude, how'd you mess yourself up this bad in like 3 hours and what is it, like 3:36? Like, I don't know. I just went hard. I was trying to qualify. But it made me realize, like, you have a really tight window there where you can compete when it's hard to stay up here. You can play around up here for a while, but
you
when it's time to come back down to earth a little bit, replenish, rest, recover, and then build back. So something tells me that with the people in your life, you're going to show up even better at your future competitions. Tell me about the team at Foley's. So you got your Foley sweatshirt on. We've done
Foley's, I got Team Foley's.
We've done some podcasts over there. We've had Skip. We've had Mike. We've had Mike's brother Jim on, and they've been kind enough to let us use the facility to do some podcasts before Mitchell had this place. And just a great group over there. I go over there. I've seen you working out over there. Tell me about how they helped you and how that facility was just great for you.
The facility has everything that you could possibly need, and also not just the equipment, not just the space, but also the people.
Yeah.
They inspire you. They motivate you. Big smile when I walk in. I mean, what better way to go into the gym, and the other competitors that I competed with, they're inspiring. I'm working out right next to them.
Yeah.
Seeing them work hard, seeing everybody in there fully committed to
it was Christy
their
and
fitness. Christy, Joanne, Mike.
Joanne, 65 years old, right? Yeah.
Such an inspiration. Watching her is just brings you chills.
Yeah.
So.
And it's funny too, like you walk by some of these people in the gym and then you see them at a show and they're shredded, right? So it's, I mean, I know the timing and they get trained, getting cut and all that, but I mean, even then though, you look at them in the gym and they're like, okay, well, yeah, they're in really good shape, but and then all of a sudden it's like a switch in that last week or so, and then you see them on stage and like, whoa.
There is a big difference between, just that final week and also that spray tan.
The spray tan, you gotta have that.
Those lights, but it just really defines the body, just how you want to see it. So.
No, it's cool. So. I mean, pretty cool that you've gotten into it. What would you say to somebody watching this that might be interested in doing a show or going through the process or even just going to the gym, whatever,
I'd say anything's possible because I never, ever thought I'd be up on a stage in a bikini and winning a competition. So start small, give yourself goals, and stay consistent. Do that. I want to go to the gym 3 days a week. Do it.
Yeah.
Okay, from there, I want to strength train more. Find some great people that know what they're talking about, know what they're doing. Roll with it. Play off of ideas. You don't have to necessarily train with somebody to get some great knowledge, or train with somebody. Whatever motivates you and makes you feel like you're confident enough to do it.
Yeah. I said in our last podcast, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together, right? And I was listening to a podcast on the way in here today, and the guy was saying nobody ever took over the world without a team. Nobody ever, like anybody that's ever done anything great has a team, right? It's not just like, oh, hey, world domination, did it by myself. Or I changed the world, did it by myself.
Right.
And you've got, hair, makeup, sand, nails, you got
Amazing
Skip,
people.
you got, I'm sure Mike, you got everybody in that building pulling for you, including some other competitors, right?
Yeah.
Like you guys are all helping each other out.
Absolutely. I wouldn't have ever gotten on that stage if it wasn't for the people in the gym saying, hey, they popped the idea into my head and saying, oh, just maybe I can.
Yeah.
And then it's you. Then you do the work.
Yeah.
And the work pays off.
Now, I bumped into a guy on the treadmill Sunday morning named Tom.
Yep.
And I said, wait, Angela's husband. I was on, hey, you do the podcast, right? And next thing I know, when I got done, we ended up in the sauna.
Oh,
and
yeah.
so we were talking, and we were just sweating, and this. And I said, geez, I gotta get her on the podcast. So,
That's so awesome.
He seems like a great guy. How did it go at home and everything? Because that's a lot when somebody's
100%. He was so supportive. I have to get into the gym every day.
There you go.
He's got to stay with the kids until they need to go to school, and we balance that, and he always makes sure that I'm able to get there.
When I was on the treadmill, he was running like this, and he goes, my wife just won a bikini contest. I gotta get in shape. No, I'm just kidding.
No, he's a pretty good jokester. I mean, he knows a good joke.
No, but he was working hard, and but that thing, it transcends, right? With couples too, like one's doing something on a high level, all of a sudden the other person starts, hey, all right, I got this. We're gonna do it.
Yeah, he was so supportive, and he's a wonderful, successful realtor.
Yeah,
and he knows what it takes to work hard, and he's done all of that. Really.
Yeah, we actually had a pretty good conversation, just kind of shooting the shit a little bit about just business and what it takes to be successful in life, and so I'll probably give him a buzz and get him in there and see if his feet touch the floor.
His feet will touch the floor, so opposites attract.
Yeah, I see pictures of you guys online and I go, whoa.
Yeah. I think our kids will just balance out.
Yeah, they'll be in the middle somewhere. So, well, you've got the floor here. I usually wrap it up with just saying to somebody, what would you say to anybody that's either seen you compete or thinking about competing, or as a mom of two kids and just grinding through life? What it can be anything. What's your definition of success, or hard work, motivation, discipline, all that?
I would say that if you feel like, how I felt like something was missing, that something that you need something to motivate you to get yourself out there, and I think everything stems from how you feel about your health.
Right.
Health comes first. Everything else comes later. So if you commit yourself to getting healthy, building a routine around health, working out, eating clean, you're going to succeed. You're going to flourish in whatever you have for business, children, your relationships, your friendships. They thrive when you take care of your body.
Yeah, I think it's that's great. And I think a lot of people get to 35 or so and they're like, well, this is kind of what it is. We'll ride this out. Where are we going to dinner on Friday night? And, football's on Sunday, and, drink a half a dozen beers or whatever, and just kind of continue to get more and more out of shape.
Yep.
And more kind of like on the hamster wheel of life, so to speak. And you've really kind of jumped off that. said, hey, we're not done yet, you know? And I think it's pretty cool when I run into people that have already done a lot in life and kind of had kids and got married. And that's a tough one. Cause you know, I went through that where like, you know, a good day was nobody got a bloody nose and everybody got to work on time. And, you know, let's sit on the couch and eat a pint of ice cream tonight and just go to bed.
Right.
And then changing that when I found triathlon, I was like, oh, this feels pretty neat.
Yeah.
Because I played sports in high school. I wasn't a superstar, but I was active, 3 sports. And so you get out of school and you keep eating like a 3-sport athlete.
Right.
And now here comes the weight,
Yeah.
right? So you go, okay, this can't happen. We need to change this. And that's when I started doing triathlon and lost a bunch of weight. And I was like, oh, okay. I remember what that competitive fire feels like. And that when you start to get that back, you know, and we really only have one trip around this track called life. I'm not going to be looking for any change back when I'm done. I don't know about you.
Yep.
But
this is it.
Yeah, no, I have a lot of respect for you. And we didn't know each other, but I've seen you in the gym in passing. And I was like, yeah, she's working out. I'm not going to ask her to be on the podcast. And then I ran into Tom and I'm like, oh,
well, I'm glad that you did because this was fun. And
yeah, no, it's a good time. And you did well. You're not nervous at all. Who are you talking about?
Throw those nerves away. They're not useful.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So, well, thanks for being on. I appreciate it. It's fun. It's good to catch up. Tell Tom I'm coming for him. All right.
He'll be right
sure.
here.
So, guys, this has been Angela Gadbois. She just crushed her bikini competition. Ordinary people doing extraordinary things all the time here on the Summit Podcast. I want to thank her for coming on. Thank you very much. Thank Mitchell Powers from Powers Promotions for having us here at the Content Room. And again, our biggest sponsor, the place I'm supposed to be when I'm not doing podcasts, is Turner Builders. And again, we're looking for anything remodeling, kitchens, baths, you name it. So give us a ring. That's about it. Thank you for coming in. Mitchell, thanks for having us. And we'll catch you up next week. Thanks, guys. Take care.